Well, come back to Coin Cash King Information Channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasure. Today, you're going to discover 3 Australian coins that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. That's not a typo, and no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even known. We are about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie Australian history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we are about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first Australia 10-cent 1983, take a moment to look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage, because racing to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds now. I am ready when you are. Go ahead and send me the first coin picture or details, and I will start crafting its story with all the drama value and excitement pocket in. Now take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular Australian coin. If you've ever been fascinated by rare Australian coins, then today's video is going to excite you. We're diving deep into the story of one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world, the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin. At first glance, it may look like just another piece of pocket change, but when you take a closer look, you'll realize why collectors around the globe are so eager to get their hands on it. With its aged appearance, its unique condition, and its undeniable place in Australia's rich coinage history, this coin is much more than currency, it's a treasure. To truly appreciate the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin, we need to understand a bit of its history and background. The Australian 10-cent coin has always carried a strong national identity, featuring the iconic lyrebird on the reverse side and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. By 1983, Australia was already well into decimal currency, which had been introduced in 1966. But what makes this particular year in coin special is how many of these pieces have stood the test of time, carrying with them decades of circulation, stories, and value. Unlike regular pocket change, the 1983 issue has become a talking point among collectors because of its distinctive characteristics and the rarity of finding one in notable collectible condition. Now let's talk about what makes this coin stand out from the rest. The coin you see today has developed a rich, deep, yellow rusting across both its front and back surfaces. Far from being a flaw, this natural toning gives the coin its unique personality and charm. It creates a one-of-a-kind look that makes it instantly recognizable and truly desirable in the collector's market. When coins age gracefully like this, with evenly spread coloration and visible design details still intact, they become more than just coins. They become pieces of art shaped by history and time. This is exactly what we see in the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin in fine condition, a stunning example of natural aging that only enhances its appeal. Rarity is always a key factor in collector demand, and this coin ticks that box perfectly. While millions of 10-cent coins were minted in the early 1980s, the number of surviving examples with such striking toning and preservation is far lower. Collectors are not just looking for any 1983 Australia 10-cent piece. They are looking for coins that tell a story, coins that carry distinctive qualities, and coins that are visually captivating. A coin with such deep yellow rusting across both sides, yet still holding its fine condition, is rare to come across. This rarity is what pushes the demand higher and keeps collectors competing to add it to their portfolios. In the world of numismatics, scarcity and uniqueness always translate into desirability, and this coin embodies both perfectly. When it comes to current market value, the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin in this kind of condition can be seen trading at strong prices. Auction markets, collector forums, and private sales all show that there is no shortage of interest in securing pieces like this. The big value comes not just from its age, but from the combination of its rarity and condition. Many enthusiasts are willing to pay premium amounts in $514,000 because they understand that coins like these don't just come around every day. What may have once been pocket change decades ago has now transformed into a collectible asset that continues to gain attention, and that's what makes it an exciting prospect for anyone involved in coin collecting. For collectors looking to either start or expand their collection, the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin offers a wonderful opportunity. The first tip is to always look for coins with unique characteristics, such as natural aging, coloration, and strong detail preservation, because these are the features that make them stand out in auctions. Another tip is to protect the coin properly once you have it, avoiding further damage while preserving its natural toning, as this will help maintain or even increase its value over time. Finally, always keep an eye on market trends and auctions, because coins like these often surprise collectors with just how high the demand can climb. To wrap things up, the 1983 Australian 10-cent coin is a perfect example of how ordinary currency can become an extraordinary collectible. Its rich history, its unique features, its undeniable rarity, and its strong market value make it one of the most desirable coins for collectors today. With its deep yellow rusting and fine condition, it stands out as a rare treasure, a piece of Australian history that continues to shine brighter with every passing year. Whether you're a passionate numismatist or someone just beginning your collecting journey, this coin deserves your attention and admiration. The 1983 Australia 10 cent is not just a coin, it's a story, an investment, and a true collectible gem. And like to subscribe to my channel. Next, queen number 2. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in Australian numismatic history. I'm talking about the 1973 Australian 10-cent coin. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary coin, but in reality, this little piece of metal carries a world of history, uniqueness, and tremendous collector value. If you are passionate about coins, or even just curious about rare finds that can turn into serious dollar value, then stick with me until the very end, because you won't want to miss the incredible story of this coin and why it remains in such high demand today. Now let's take a step back in time to truly appreciate the history behind the 1973 Australian 10-cent coin. This coin was minted during a fascinating era of Australia's modern coinage. Decimal currency had only been introduced a few years earlier, 1966, and by the early 70s, Australians were still becoming familiar with their new coinage system. The 10-cent coin carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, symbolizing Australia's connection to the British monarchy, and the graceful image of the lyrebird on the reverse, a uniquely Australian bird known for its extraordinary ability to mimic sounds. What makes 1973 a remarkable year is not only the fact that these coins were struck in relatively lower numbers compared to other years, but also the subtle variations and conditions that make surviving examples extremely attractive to collectors today. When we take a closer look at the unique features of the 1973 Australia 10-cent coin, we see artistry, design, and history fused together in a small yet powerful way. The front of the coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design that immediately reflects the era of the early 1970s. On many examples of this coin, especially those that have been in circulation for decades, we find age-related marks and toning. In the case of the piece we're discussing today, there are noticeable black marks on both the front and the back, with some marks even appearing across the Queen's face. Rather than being a flaw, these signs of age add character, authenticity, and a unique story to the coin. Collectors often cherish these natural features because they emphasize that this coin has survived half a century while carrying with it the evidence of its journey through history. Now let's talk about rarity, which is one of the key reasons why the 1973 Australian 10-cent coin commands such attention. While millions of coins were produced overall during the decimal years, certain mintages stand out as more difficult to find in high-quality condition. The 1973 issue has long been regarded as one of those coins that collectors specifically seek out. Unlike later issues that are more readily available, the 1973 Australia 10 cent is harder to come across in fine or better grades, especially with distinctive marks that make it stand apart. The coin we're describing here, with its black marks and aged appearance yet still considered in fine condition, sits exactly in that sweet spot of rarity and collector demand. It is not just another circulated coin. It is a coin that carries both scarcity and story, making it extremely desirable in today's action market. Speaking of markets, let's discuss the current value of the 1973 Australia 10-cent coin. Now, the value of coins fluctuates depending on collector demand, rarity, and condition, but there's no denying that this particular coin is considered valuable. Collectors are always willing to pay a premium for pieces that complete their decimal sets, and the 1973 Australia 10 cent is one of those essential coins. Depending on condition and specific demand at the time of sale, these coins have been known to fetch impressive amounts, $560,000. That is exactly why so many collectors are constantly on the lookout for this coin. It represents both history and investment potential, a combination that is hard to resist. For those of you who are aspiring coin collectors or even seasoned enthusiasts, here are some valuable tips when it comes to this particular coin. First, always pay attention to the details and overall condition. While marks and age signs can enhance the story of a coin, collectors also appreciate coins that retain sharp design details. Secondly, make sure to handle coins carefully, preferably with gloves, so as not to add new blemishes. And thirdly, when acquiring or selling, always deal with reputable numismatic dealers or trusted auction houses. This ensures that you get the most accurate value for your coin and also gives you access to genuine opportunities to expand your collection. So, what makes the 1973 Australian 10-cent coin so special? It is a combination of history, rarity, unique aging features, and collector demand. It is one of those coins that has transformed from being just another piece of pocket change into a highly sought-after numismatic treasure. Whether you are someone who inherited this coin, stumbled upon it in a collection, or are actively searching for one, you can rest assured that this little piece of Australian currency holds a place of honor in the collector world. And that brings us to the conclusion. The 1973 Australian 10-cent coin is far more than just a small piece of silver-colored metal. It is history preserved, art in miniature, and a reminder of Australia's journey through the decimal era. With its unique features, rarity, and strong demand in today's action market, it continues to attract collectors and investors alike. If you have one of these coins, cherish it, because it's not only a symbol of Australia's past, but also a key that could unlock surprising value in the present. Next, Queen number 3. Today we are diving into the story of a truly remarkable coin, one that has been gaining incredible attention in the collector's market. We're talking about the Australian 10-cent coin from the year 1975. This particular coin, with its fine condition and noticeable front-side black dot, has become a sought-after rarity. As the years go by, these coins are becoming harder to find, and the demand for them is only going up. If you're a coin enthusiast, this is one video you don't want to miss, because we'll explore the fascinating history, the unique features, its rarity, the current market value, and why this coin is such a hot item for collectors all around the world. The Australian 10-cent coin first made its appearance in 1966, when Australia switched from the old currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal system. The 10-cent coin has since become one of the most recognizable pieces of Australian currency. The 1975 edition carries a special place in history, as it was struck during a period of political and economic change in Australia. These coins were produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, and they hold not just monetary value, but also cultural and historic significance. Each coin is a piece of Australia's national story, making them much more than just pocket change. The 1975 Australian 10-cent coin is instantly recognizable for its design. The reverse side features the majestic lyrebird, an iconic bird native to Australia, beautifully captured in fine detail by the engraver Stuart Devlin. The obverse side, of course, bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design by Arnold Machine, which was widely used during that era. But what makes the particular coin we're discussing today stand out is its fine condition despite its age, and most notably, the presence of a black dot on the front side. Collectors know that unusual features, marks, or varieties can make a coin even more desirable. And in this case, that subtle black dot adds an element of uniqueness to the coin's story, setting it apart from standard issues. When it comes to the world of numismatics, rarity is king. The 1975 10-cent coin is already a coin that has reached nearly half a century of age, making it appealing on its own. But coins in fine condition from this year are becoming increasingly difficult to locate. Everyday circulation wears coins down, but finding one that has survived the test of time with strong details intact is a big win for collectors. The fact that this coin has a distinctive feature like the black dot adds even more to its charm and rarity. Collectors around the globe are constantly searching for coins that tell a story, coins that stand out from the rest. The 1975 10-cent coin in fine condition is one of those treasures that keeps growing in demand, making it highly prized. Now let's talk about the exciting part, value. The Australian 10-cent coin from 1975, especially in fine condition and carrying a distinguishing mark like the black dot, has become increasingly valuable in today's auction market. Collectors have shown they're willing to pay a premium for coins that are rare, unique, and in good condition. Prices can vary depending on the buyer, the platform, and the specific quality of the coin. $660,000, what once was just 10 cents in your pocket, is now worth many dollars, sometimes even fetching significant amounts when the right collectors come into play. This upward trend shows no signs of slowing down as the coin continues to age and become scarcer in supply. If you're looking to add a coin like this to your collection, or perhaps you already own one, there are some key tips to keep in mind. Always handle your coin carefully, avoiding unnecessary scratches or marks. Storing the coin in a protective holder or album will help preserve its fine details and prevent any further aging or damage. When buying, make sure to check for authenticity and compare market prices so you get the best deal. And perhaps most importantly, remember that unique features like the black dot make your coin stand out even more. So always highlight those special characteristics when presenting your coin to other collectors or at auction. These small details can dramatically increase the perceived value and demand for your piece. The Australian 10-cent coin from 1975 is much more than just a piece of change. It's a collectible treasure. With its rich history, unique design, fine condition, and distinctive front side black dot, this coin represents both Australia's culture and a lucrative opportunity for collectors. Its rarity and rising demand in today's auction market make it a highly desirable item that continues to capture attention worldwide. So whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey into coin collecting, the 1975 Australia 10-cent coin is definitely one to watch and, if possible, add to your collection. This is one coin that proves small things can carry huge value, both in history and in dollars, and like to subscribe my channel Happy Collecting.